let's go back here. We actually have an interview, and I hope somebody will hear me at this point in time. Please welcome cameraman. He's here from FaceCon. Congratulations.
I talk a lot louder than him, don't worry. We'll make sure you hear this.
He's American. Okay. Americans talk loud.
I got a big mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations on making it to Valencia.
Thank you, thank you.
How was it just being able to show up, play your game against existence, and then run all the way to group stage, out of it, and then now play in the quarterfinals?
Well, we practiced really hard. I know we have the spot already in major, but we come here to improve our tactics and stuff. And to face all the European teams is to be in a higher level than in Latam, mostly because they have better strategies and better, let's say, it's more competitive in general. But yeah, I'm very proud of the team. We did, even though we lost Cafe, like with huge mistakes, we need to improve a lot. Didn't happen most of the time, but we made it, so I'm really happy.
That's why you're here. You're here for that experience. And plus, for anybody watching right now, make sure you clip the part where he says the EU has the most competitiveness out of everything.
Don't do that.
Thank you very much.
Please don't do that.
This is from my eyes.
He's going to watch it every night before he goes to bed.
Yeah,
don't do that.
But we
it's going to be my ringtone.
We lose to NA, so NA is better than you. Just kidding.
You can clip that.
You can clip the hell out of that.
Clip the hell out of that.
Yeah, but then NA loses to EU. So it all comes back in full circle, I know. Gentlemen, any questions in detail? I'd like to dig into things with cameraman.
I was just going to ask, you got on 3 maps every single game. Does that get tiring, especially with the delays getting over here and the flights and stuff?
Yeah, we are in a jet lag a little bit, but yesterday was more, let's say, was worse because we just got here.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I'm really proud of the team. Even with these difficulties, we could make it. So yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll have last question of the day. So that's going to work out pretty handily, isn't it? So for you guys, you ended up picking Cafe. What was your guys' exact thoughts? Did you just want to see how EU played Cafe, or did you guys have things set up where you're like, okay, this for sure is our map to be able to take against them and win this out?
Yeah. As I said, we made some mistakes that we usually doesn't make, but I think if we fix that, we would be really prepared to beat NA and EU teams as well in Cafe. I know it's a really strong map. They really like, as we can see in the Pro League matches, but I think we have a good Cafe too. So yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Cafe doesn't get played as much in Latin America. It's a bit of a rarer map compared to, especially Europe, but North America as well has a pretty firm grasp on it now after a few weeks. We'll keep seeing that as we go with Pro League. Gentlemen.
One more question. Something that more than likely everyone's going to want to know. How did you guys find out that if they reinforce the opposite side of the trophy wall incorrectly, you guys are actually able to sledge it and then put a thermite charge there and the impact can't get it? Did you guys just find that at a random in dry runs, or what happened?
No, people used to do that in Latin America. It's funny because we learned that from a team that they are not even in Challenger because they are underage. And they used to do that, and Ian used to impact, and he was like, I can impact that. What is going on? And we just find out.
Again, you don't have to be a pro to find out cool stuff inside of this game that sent me and Flynn into a flurry because we have never seen this before in our lives. And again, another way to kind of shake up the meta. So therefore, you're never going to see anyone reinforce the wrong side of that wall ever again. So
you learn something new every day, that's for sure. Well, cameraman, anything you'd like to say to the fans out there supporting FaZe Clan in your move now to the semifinals, DreamHack Valencia?
Well, thank you everyone for the support. We hope we can make you happy and win a lot of matches here. But even though we make it here, we just want to try to win. And yeah, thank you.
Don't forget that phase up. Always got to get that phase up. There we go, baby. Get that phase up.
All right, well, thank you very much for that promotional part.
You're welcome.
It's like every time he says it, he gets $1. Let's wrap things up here. So, a reminder, tomorrow we're starting at 11 a.m. local time here, CEST, which is around 10 a.m. GMT. That's That is exactly 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or summertime, I guess, at this point. So keep that in mind if you're setting up your alarms for the morning or for noon, basically for our matches. We have 2 semifinals and then the grand final. We're starting off with Chaos versus Rogue. And then obviously we'll go for FaZe Clan versus the winner of TSM and looking for Oregon. We'll see how things go for the grand final. The qualified team for the Raleigh Major is yet to be decided. And we'll know that maybe tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow evening. It's all up in the air. Gentlemen, thank you very much for the day today. And of course for Desuchu, who is still in the back watching the games to keep us all updated wherever we may be. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an interview on our hands. Please join me in welcoming Slash from Rogue.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Congratulations again on your victory. I can tell it's a very emotional time.
I need to keep moving around. Like, I can't sit still.
Well, you definitely were moving around quite a bit during the match itself in the game. We're not really expecting these sorts of moves, especially for anchors. Yeah, again, they're a bit far away from me, so I need to scream.
You gotta shout louder. You become American, it's good.
You had a slow start on Consulate, and then you guys picked up right when the team needed you, down 6-2, and you kept rolling, you kept grabbing, I think it was 4 or 5 opening picks in those last 6 rounds in a row. How did that feel in the first set, feeling like, man, I could be contributing more, and then turning it on at the end?
Well, for us, after we got to 2-6, we realized that we were playing to not lose instead of playing to win. And at that point, we said, let's go map 3, just demoralize them and just try to go as aggressive as we can and shut them down and shut their plays down. And then we got 6-6, and then we talked like, okay, let's go back to what we were doing before. But then we called, we're like, no, let's just keep going, keep the pressure, and don't stop. And that's what we did. And I don't think they were able to deal with it.
Yeah, so you were so effective, especially on your attacking side, on Consulate and pretty much every single map, keeping the pressure up on Chaos, so they end up losing their first players off the site itself, and then you can kind of maneuver yourself around the map. Is it all pre-planned, or it just happened to be where Chaos were in your line of sight?
None of that was pre-planned after the 2-6 rounds. We were literally just calling, I think I could kill this guy. Okay, go for it, I'll hop on your drone. I like Kaede's guns are not good, so I saw Kaede and I said, okay, I'm gonna go kill that guy. Like stuff like that. Like we just kind of stopped trying to play structure and just like we realized they're not very good at like actually watching stuff. So we'll just find what they're not watching and kill them. So that's pretty much the plan. It wasn't like a super strategical win.
Almost ironically, playing chaotically helps you beat Chaos in this instance.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the play style they play too. But I think our players are just better at the end of the day. We have like 5 of the best players in the region, so.
One thing I've got to ask about as well is obviously on Cafe, you guys, it started off a bit tough on the attack. They're constantly running the clock down against you. Was that down to their play style or more to your strategies taking quite a bit longer to execute, do you think?
I think Cafe in general is just super attacker-sided, so when we won 2 attack rounds, we were honestly pretty happy because versus Rec, we won 2 attack rounds and won 7-5. I don't know, this whole tournament, we've just had a really good mentality. We spent some more time, like we got here a couple days early and just enjoyed the city, relaxed a bit, and then kind of got decompressed a little bit, and now we're just able to pull off comebacks. This is like our 3rd one this tournament, so.
Not too shabby, and of course, all of that takes an immense amount of work. It's good to see Rogue back in the saddle after Invitational and really the past few months of play. And you're here, you're in the grand final, you're qualified for Raleigh, so congratulations again, Slash. Anything you'd like to say to the fans out there before your grand final game?
Thank you to all the fans out there. I'm glad we'll be at the major and be able to represent Rogue there. Yeah, thanks you to all the fans and go Rogue.
All right, go Rogue. So, Raleigh, USA, Team USA, at least will be playing in there in the group stage. We'll see if they make it through to the playoffs. That's definitely the question on everybody's heads. And a lot of American fans will be joining to watch there physically, personally in North Carolina. That said, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a 2nd semifinal up for grabs. It's LFO versus FaZe Clan for a shot at Rogue and the title, the DreamHack Valencia champion. See you in a bit. But I'd like to welcome you back on the desk in a few seconds. And please join me in welcoming yet again Rise on the desk. How's
it going?
Can you hear me?
No. Didn't change.
Look, this is why we bring the loud Americans with it. Well, Canadian and American, he's the loudest of the lot, so he can translate. It's fine.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I've never been called quiet, so that's fine. Yeah, what's up?
You're American, of course not.
Okay. So, how was it facing FaZe in this matchup? Because on map 1, you had good control. On map 2, you kind of wiped the floor with him. What was going on through it? Was it more you outplaying FaZe, or were they kind of not playing to the same level that you were expecting from them, especially compared to Balon?
I think it's both, because we actually had really great attacks on Cafe. I think the setup they are playing, especially for the top 4, is really good for us, since it gives us free control of the piano, and that's probably on what we struggle the most at the moment. But I didn't recognize FaZe in the duels, in the aggression. I think they were scared for some reason, because, well, they destroyed us in Milan. So I think it was both. We played really great, but at the same time, they didn't put up the great gameplay we used to.
Gentlemen, any details you'd like to talk about specifically in those maps that we had?
On Consulate, they brought one exchange after the timeout. They brought Finka, but you guys were able to handle the rush pretty easily. Do you guys have someone on defense that when it is that downtime where you're just really trying to feel things out where the offense is coming from, do you have someone that's just purely dedicated to information in a very safe spot, or do you guys just try and more or less face check things?
No one is dedicated to that, but everyone is. Well, we can say everyone is, because we all have that role that if you're in a safe spot, in a safe position in the middle of, well, the side, for example, you have to do something. You have to be useful. You have to watch the camps, for example. And on Consulate, it's most of the time it's Alphama, since he's playing Echo. On this map, he played a lot on the Echo drones. So we had lots of information. And that's something I think some teams lack at the moment. It's like information mid-round. And that's how we are able to move quickly, especially on Consulate. That's a map we really need to move really quickly to rotate and stuff. I think that's one of the reasons why we are good on Consulate.
I've got to ask about the Echo drones as well, Yokai drones, as he keeps reminding me. I call them Echo drones all the time, but Alphama genuinely was an absolute terror on your defensive side. I think there was one round where he lost one drone. Otherwise, he was running around the map, he was shocking people out, no one could get rid of him. Is that something you guys work towards a lot, and you consider Echo to be a really big part of your strategy with Alphama?
No, it's not. We used to play without it, actually. We just bought it very recently, to be honest. We will figure out with Mozzie, Valkyrie, or whatever. If you ban Echo, you will most likely have something else in the corner watching you. So
that's not creepy at all.
No, definitely not. You know, you ever get that feeling that someone's watching you?
Oh, stop. No. We already talked about sleep paralysis demons earlier. We don't need to add to people's nightmares. The government's watching.
Rize, final question. Now in the grand final, both you and Rogue are qualified for Raleigh. Does it matter what they bring against you, or you're just looking for that sweet revenge?
We want that revenge.
Ooh.
Obviously.
Ooh.
We didn't
play.
play.
That's nice.
We didn't really play Siege yesterday against them. Don't get me wrong. They played hell of a game. They really played well against us. I mean, after the Rogue game, we had a big talk, and we told each other, okay, it's time to play Siege now, because it's not, well, we're not doing what we usually do. And I think it worked pretty well. We had 2 good games and a great game today, so I think, let's hope we'll keep it up.
I'm excited for it either way you look at it. It's going to be one hell of a final.
Yeah, we'll bring on that grand final. I think right now it's no longer a point of discussion whether Corey has been a good fit for LFO or not. He definitely has been, and I want to say I was right, as I always am. So thank you very much for validating me, because it's not like I need anybody to validate me even more. Thank you very much for all of that. Though, grand final time, ladies and gentlemen. Man, have we been looking for it. It's NA versus EU yet again at a major international tournament. Now it's LFO versus Rogue. That grand final comes in right after the break.
Oh, come on.
Invitational, here they are.
Hey.
Everybody squeeze in
Yeah,
here.
get in here. Get in here, guys. We'll get them all in. It's okay. It's okay.
You don't need me.
Get that trophy in her, Bird. Come on. There we go. Yeah, put it down. Put it down. I know you want to keep touching it, but put it down. Well, I mean, hey.
Yeah, you get in here too.
Is this on? It's
You're
not
too
on.
short.
Yeah,
to
it's
do
on.
that.
It's
There
on.
you
it's
go.
not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is absolutely on. Well, you guys come in, you win your first international LAN, and you did it in USA jerseys. How you guys feeling right now?
We feel really good right now. We felt really good after the last match in the semis because we got the major spot, but we weren't done then. We said we came this far, we might as well finish it, and we played really well the last match. We kept our composure, and we were able to win.
Yeah, it was a very big test on Cafe, and I think that really tested your guys' mind. Do you know you're 18-0 with your original roster on Cafe overall, including the old Cafe now? You're 18-0.
Yeah, I knew that, yeah. We're good at it, so.
Hey, I mean...
Don't take Rogue on Cafe. That's exactly it.
Oh, come on, Bert.
Okay.
Come on.
Go through it. I want each and every single one of you.
It's
I
good.
just want you to say one sentence. It can be to your fans. It can be to family, whoever you want at the end of this tournament for your victory. Whatever you say, closing words. It can even be a bit of banter, trash talk towards any other team in any other region. All yours.
Just say something, Bert.
Yes.
Just say
Literally
something.
anything.
What's on your mind right now?
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Ella.
It's the dog, isn't it? That's what it is.
I
It's the
gotta
dog.
give a shout out to Ella.
dog.
A bunch of people were talking smack about her, so we just came in.
What's dog trash
talking
about?
smack. Oh yeah, Fox is one of them.
Oh, Fox.
Fox is one of them.
He's dropped.
No, but I would like to appreciate
There you go.
all the fans that were supporting us, and yeah, go Rogue.
All right, well.
Let's
up
pass
next,
it down.
Shuttle, come here, buddy. You're up next. I'll hold the mic close. Don't worry, I got you. This will be a full-on interview. So, what's on your mind? What's going through your head? You just won your first international LAN in front of literally God and everybody. You had the entire NA region behind you. It's been a long time since we had anything. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty great, but I'm just thinking about going home, being able to actually sleep on my own bed, and getting ready for the major to win that.
I can't blame you there. I'm missing my own bed as well. So thank you, buddy. Thank you. And then Clips, you want to step up next? We'll get them all in here. How you feeling right now? What's your thoughts?
Anything.
I'm really proud of my team. Like, that overtime was really tough because we had to win our 2 attacks. And so obviously we come in, we're planning to win that defense, and then we don't, and we're like, okay, what do we do now? But I think we adapted well in that first OT round onto that bakery attack. So, and we kind of had an idea of what to do. And so I think we just played well and kept it cool and won.
Yeah, your guys' adjustment over to the other side of things really, really helped you out a lot. But again, you guys did it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. It was very close on Cafe, but you guys are still undefeated nonetheless. So with that being said, I guess it's you want to go next easily? Which one of you steps up?
I can be a Kev fan all over again.
All right, Kevin, it's your dog. People are talking smack about it. What's up with it?
I mean, it's all jokes aside. Further shout out to Ella, but most importantly, shout out to our fans, shout out to our families, and shout out to Rogue. And I just want to thank everyone. I'm sad that all of our matches couldn't be streamed because they were like super intense best of threes. I wish they were uploaded and you guys could have saw them because I feel like we had one of the best tournaments we've ever played as a team. I just want to keep this energy going in the Pro League and into the major. And that's it. So thank you again to all the fans.
That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. And then I believe
Ranger,
we have
as always, gets the last word.
Last but not least,
I get to talk finally.
Oh, you get to talk finally.
It's like my favorite thing.
That's all you ever do.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Well, now he actually can back it up with actual.
So actually, funny enough, we had a very long conversation a while ago. You had a conversation with Flynn and I, and you said, this team can be something. We can bring it all together. I know we can, especially with the likes of Vert. You've done it now here at DreamHack Valencia. You've won the first LAN for North America as well as yourselves ever, but NA in the last year. How you feeling? You proud of the boys? What's going on?
I'm immensely proud of the team and all the work they put in, both them, our analyst, Reaper. Everyone's been working really hard for this one. And we had a lot of doubters when we picked up Vert. People said, you guys need more support players. But we knew what we had, we knew what we needed, and it's our second title in less than a year with Vert, so not many teams can say the same. And, we only look to do better from here. And we're going into the major with our heads high. We got a long Pro League season ahead of us, and we fully expect to be at the next few LANs and contending for more titles.
Well, fantastic. Do you guys have any questions at all? Feel free to add in. I'm just highly impressed with how much they've been able to come back, especially with that.
You want to switch sides?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Next
It's good. Hey, I'm good at interviews sometimes, all right?
Tristan,
nonetheless,
anyone taking you to Cafe now?
They better not be.
Unless
I hope so. Keep giving it to us.
There you go.
We'll take it.
unless they're actually like going to a cafe,
But no,
I don't think it's
for
gonna
real,
work out.
Chaos and LFO, the Excellent Stream guys, they put up really good fights on cafe. They came in with a good idea. I think LFO is probably like the kings of European cafe right now. I think that's probably the closest someone's played us in a while. You know, we started slow, but you know, we've been clutch this tournament. It's been really big for us, and I'm just really proud of the guys for showing up individually day in and day out this weekend.
All right, thank you very much, Ranger. Thank you, all of Rogue. Congratulations on your victory. And yes, don't forget the trophy, and make sure you pack it up real tight because you're going home with that, and you're gonna display it in Vegas, hopefully. Gentlemen, thank you very much for this fantastic weekend. Flynn, Desichu, Stokes, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. It's always good to have you around, good to meet new faces in our competitive scene, but also cement some more within our tiny, tiny community. Again.
You say tiny, but we have like 20,000 viewers constantly. Just saying. Anyways.
Let me revel in it. Thank you very much, Sam. All right, thank you very much for watching. It's been an amazing weekend here at DreamHack Valencia. Congratulations to Rogue. They win the whole thing. They qualify for Raleigh. All of North America is right up behind them, and the entire world is at awe at what they have done to every single team on Cafe Dostoyevsky. That's it from all of us here. So thank you very much to everybody. The Ubisoft DreamHack, everybody has supported us throughout this entire tournament. Raleigh's coming up, Pro League as well, but DreamHack Montreal is up next on our DreamHack circuit. We'll see you there. We love you. Good night.